Hi everybody, and welcome to week 3. This week's speaking exercise is going to be a fun one. I want you to tell me a time when you either had a brush with death or a brush with stupidity. A lot of times those two things go together, so that's okay too. I'll give you an example of each. My brush with death happened when I was 18 years old. One of my friends graduated a year before I did. We played football together, and he thought it'd be a great idea if he took all of his good buddies who used to play football with him. He was a force recon in the Marine Corps, and they taught him to do all kinds of crazy stuff, and he took us all rappelling. And so we went to this bridge in town. It was one of those bridges where the trains go over the bridge, so it's pretty big kind of thing out there. And so you got to imagine this, the bridge was about maybe 8 feet of concrete, right, in the bridge, and these big pillars, then 50 feet of air, and then down at the bottom, there were some jagged rocks and about 3 ounces of water. There's very little water on the bottom going through there. And so we're going rappelling off this thing, and we're all having a good time. I think there were like 12 of us or something, and it was going too slow for him. He's like, this is taking too long. So he goes, I got an idea. We'll put 2 ropes. And he had an extra rope, and that was fine. But he only had one set of carabiners. And if you've never seen a carabiner before, you actually have. People hold their keys on them all the time, those little clippy things. That's your backup, okay? Then you're supposed to have a safety carabiner, and that one twists and locks shut. But I was going down a rope on just the one carabiner that opens like that. And I got about 6 feet down the concrete. I was about to push off into the air, and I looked down, and there's 2 ropes that are supposed to be going through, and now it's holding them by one, just like that. That's all that's holding me up is the top of this little carabiner. And I remember I yelled down to my friend who was down there in case something went wrong, they can pull the rope and save you if you lose your grip. And I yelled like, help, I'm gonna die. Something really macho like that. And he comes, I gotta wait, I watch him. He runs up the side of this huge hill, and then he runs across the train tracks, and he reaches down, and he can't quite reach me. So he has to get my other friend. He grabbed him by his legs and his belt loop, and he was just able to grab my hand and pull me up and save my life. That was a brush with death. A brush with stupidity. Happened around the same time. Every summer from when I was in high school, I worked for my friend's dad's painting company, and we would start really early because Southern California got very hot in the summers. And so we would start at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., something like that. And so we would eat lunch early. We usually eat lunch around 11. So I went into a Taco Bell, okay? I've got a list. There's a crew of 8 guys, and I've got a list on a piece of cardboard. And I walk up to the front counter. You got to picture this now. They just opened. It's 11:05, something like that. There's nobody else in the restaurant at all. And I go up and I go, I like 4 burrito supremes, 6 soft tacos, 8... crunchy tacos, whatever they're called, enchilada, whatever, and 2 Sprites and 4 Cokes and a Diet Coke. And the girl behind the counter, she looks at me and she goes, is that for here to go? I mean, I'm a big guy, all right, but I had to write down all the food I wanted to eat. I would call that a brush with stupidity. So you can do either a brush with death this week or a brush with stupidity. I said lots of times they go together. Have fun with it. Look forward to seeing what you come up with.